Project Borealis. I've heard a lot of things about this game, and I do believe it is beautiful from everything I've heard, and I'm hoping it's good as I thought. Start with this. The Project Borealis. That's what it says. Or at least that's what it looks like. It says that A, that's not an A, that's a symbol, it's a custom symbol. Now I think that's something with communism. I think that something different. It tells you it's something different, but it's looking at you. And look at that FPS card. Fucking pieces of shit. Communists. 28, 29, it's rising. Project Borealis. Now, what does that mean? I'm not sure what the title means. I might come back to that if I do realise by the end. But look at this. Project Borealis. I think it's a monospace font, so every character is the same height and width. And also, if you look, 1, 2, 3, that three things fit in each of these, because that's a reference to how this is kind of like Half-Life 3, but it's different because it's only 2 and a bit in thing. That's telling you how it's different. It's because it's communist. It's very, very, very communist. And then, yeah, back to that symbol. Look at it. It has a line, diagonal sector. Then it just like that. And then if we cut that bit out, so if it was just like that, that's the first part of a stick man. So then that. And if you put one like there or something, then it would all be uniform. There'd be 3 of them, because it's kind of like Half-Life 3, but it's not, because it's communist. Let's have a quit, but you can't quit, look. Okay, I got very exceedingly lucky that time, and I do have the chance to quit. I have the chance to get out of this communist utopia, this paradise. Well, that's what they want me to think. They want me to think it's a paradise. But no, it's not a paradise. It's horrible, which is why I would leave if I was an actual normal person. I wish to stop playing, because it's all really a game. Quit game. Stop playing. This isn't a game though, but to the elites it is. Cancel, because obviously I don't want to load game. This is the thing, is it's a reference to how, yeah, you can't just retry. You can't go back to when this wasn't a communist dystopia. It's horrible. It's a very, very, very sad tone. And look at this. If I do this, I drag this around, you can see Borealis at any point, that symbol. Even if I have this over it, no matter what I do, there's not I can do to get rid of that. It's horrible. So yeah, and delete. You can't delete anything. You can't delete your memories. Let's go to this. Right now, my difficulty is on easy because of my privilege. Because I'm the elites, the privileged, the white people use the enemies. You often do more damage. It's easy. Normal. You know, they're not helping you. They're not hurting you. Then hard if you're like an LGBTQ or you're black. Then hard, very tough enemies. Your weapons are less effective. It's horrible. It's very sad. Like, can we just take a quick minute just to think about that? Just a moment of silence. Just. Right, yeah, that's it. Move forward, WSAD. But there's move back, forward, back, left, right. But there's no get out button. You can't get out of this place. It's horrible. It's a horrible place to be living in. It's truly horrible. Sprint, move quickly. Yeah, you can move quickly, but you're not getting out. Jump. Yeah, you can jump. You can try and jump over the wall. You can try and board out, but you can't. There's no get out button. Duck. You can't go under it either. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Primary attack. Yeah, that's your main attack. With all you want, probably your bare fist, unless you really look. Secondary attack. Again, that's probably your bare fist, but maybe you're slapping on this attack or something. Reload weapon. You can't go to the hospital. You have to do it to yourself. You have to reload yourself. Your fist. Use item. Buttons, machines. Yeah, there are no buttons or machines other than at the elites. Like explosives. There's no reason for there to be to them. Gravity gun. You can't change the gravity just to get over the wall that they might make that's trying to stop you from escaping. Flashlight. Flashlight means you have to do that. There's no overlight in whatever because there isn't. It's a horrible thing. You have no light and you have to have a flashlight. In the windows. Suit zoom. You have no good clothes, you have no suits. But you have to look at the fine details in life and maybe you can get one, maybe you can escape this place. Send / recall squad. You have a squad, but are they truly going to listen to you? Do you think? You think that maybe? Well, they aren't. They're never going to listen to you. Or will they? Maybe they will. Maybe they will. But at the end of the day, they're going to be recalled. Weapon categories. You only have one weapon at best. Maybe an old rusty pocket knife or some. I don't know. But chances are you'll have your bare fist and that's it. Next weapon. Mouse wheel up. Mouse wheel down. Previous weapon. Last weapon used. All of these are just taunts. It's horrible. Horrible taunts. I cannot believe we as a society have not stopped this beautiful thing. This beautiful game developers managed to make this. I don't think he's just a game developer at this point. I think he's a genius. One of the greatest people. I think he's up there with like Van Gogh and Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can't turn this off. You can't change it. The government's always going to be watching, so they know what to cause caption sound effects. Yeah, take screenshot. I don't know why you'd ever want to remember this place. It's horrible. But if you do, you can. Quick save, quick load. You can save your progress in life. And then if you're trying to escape, you can just keep doing it over and over. But you're going to be stuck in a loop and you're never going to get out. And they're going to know. Do you really think they won't? They see everything. Pause game. I mean, that you can't just pause it. It's not a game. To them it is. They can just pause live. They can tell. Nope. It's like that. What's it called? It's a King's Claws thing. But they have to have that illusion up. Because that's what they want. Toggle developer console. There's no button for it. You can't just leave. It's horrible. Walk, move slowly is sad because you're gonna be injured. You're gonna move slowly. Turn and look. Yeah, you're gonna be looking around, but you can't see out. More on that later. Reverse mouse. You can't reverse this horrible thing. There's no stopping it. You can't put a stop to something like this. You never will. Your reverse mouse is you reversing it, but you can't. Mouse filter. They're trying to filter everything out. They're using the word mouse because there is a filter. Mouse filter. It sounds like the kind of thing, like a mouse trap. But no, this is a secret message about how they're filtering everything out. Mouse sensitivity. People are too sensitive. Even if you're just a 3, imagine if you're a 6. That's way too high. You have to be very low. Mouse acceleration. Accelerates. But the max you can go is 1.4. They want to catch up to you. That's the quickest you can go is 1.4. But they have probably technology to go all the way there onto my 17th screen if I had one. Gamepad settings, horizontal and vertical sensitivity. I think that's pretty simple. It's just about how you can't just. Oh my god, this is so sad. Everything's different for different people. For here, it's just regular. There's 2 kinds. Inverting the axis. You're gonna join the axis because you're a communist in this. game volume. It's at the max. You're gonna be scarred for life. You're gonna remember that. It's vivid. So it's at the top. It's the max it can be. Music volume 1. I think that's the same. Audio quality. I have privilege. I'm white. That's why the audio quality is high. But if it's not, then maybe it'd be different. And this, you can't change these captioning, audio, spoken language, and speaker configuration. You just can't. It's horrible. This beautiful, beautiful person who's made this has somehow figured all of this out. Silence the audio while the gate window is in the background. That's all we are. We're just a gate and a window in the background. We're silenced. Everyone's silenced in this world. Alright, let's see. Resolution 1920 by 1080 native. If you're a native, it's the max it can be. But if you're not a native, then it's going to be lower. It's going to be lower, lower, lower. You get the point. Display mode. Full screen window. Because we're just in a window. Even though we're full screen, we're just a window to the elites. Full screen. You are. Just, you've accepted it. That's who you are. No longer in a window. You're the court jester. Running a window. You're running away. You're running to be in that window. You are just trying to get away from whatever's worse than this. So what you think is worse. So you ever heard the term the grass is always greener on the other side? Yeah, that's what this means. Aspect ratio. Widescreen 16 by 9. But let's say it's something like this, one of the different ones. It's lower because you're never gonna reach that beautiful part that you want to. You can say 4:3, that, then if we change that to that, 1920 by 1080. Render scale. The elites are going to be more rendered. If we turn this all the way down, this is what it is if you fall. Look at that. It's horrible. If you're in the middle class. Don't look too nice, don't look too bad. No, yeah, sure, boom, that's that. And look at that. You think, oh, FPS, just chop it, because, yeah, it wants to get rid of it. That's what you think I'm going to say. No, because FPS stands for two things, frames per second, obviously, but also, fucking piece of shit communists. That's beautiful. The gamma. You can see light, you can see dark. It doesn't matter though, it's still gonna be bad. Very worst you can't see. The very best you can't really see. You just find that middle ground. And you can't change that, there's a taunt as well. Adjust for I'm just in the advanced texture detail. That's all there is. You just a bit of a texture, you just a part, you just a pixel. And that's at very high. But if there's low, that means there's less people to control. So that's what we want it to be. Effects detail, I think. It's a very similar concept, I'd say. But I think it's more about how, like, there is no effect. Everyone's the same. Everyone's barren. You have no spark. So we want that to be very high. Shadow detail. You don't want to be in someone's shadow. That's what that is. So we want that to be low. We don't want anyone to be in anyone's shadow. Reflection detail. Lumen high. I think that's this. So if it's off, you see no shadow. You see nothing. You in the reflection in the mirror or anything. There's nothing there. You can't live like that. Super all communism. I mean, come on. Yeah. So yeah, you can see a bit. Lumen low. You're in a room. You're in a dark room. There's a bit of a lumen in there. Nary a lumen. But that's it. Lumen high. Maybe, just maybe, you can see them. But they're behind you. You have no reflections. Though that's all. Because none of you are actually about reflection. It's horrible. This genius person has been able to do this. I don't know how. Post-process. They want to process everyone. They want everyone to just be me. That's all it is. Me. That's all they are to the elites. Me. very high. Doesn't matter. You can't turn it off. But we want it to be as bad as possible. I mean, as good as possible. View distance. We want everyone to be able to see the way out. If it's low, if you need glasses or something, you're not going to be able to see your way out, are you? It's horrible. It's very sad. Anti-aliasing. They don't want anyone to have an alias. They want everyone to just be the original self, the person that was in the communist thing, in the communist dystopia. It's very sad. That is probably the saddest thing yet. I don't understand how this guy could do it, how this guy could think of things like this. So yeah, we want everyone to be able to have as much alias as possible, but there's no half still. So yeah, filtering mod. They want everyone. They want every single person to be filtered down. 2 times filtering, 4 times filtering, 8 times filtering, 16 times filtering. I'm sure there'd be more if they can. But luckily we can turn this filtering off. Wait for vertical sync. We want people to be as synced as possible. We want everyone to be the same. We want everyone to be communist. Wait for vertical sync. Yeah. So enabled is everyone's the same, but we don't want that. This I think is pretty much the same. Other than that, dead for all of communism. That's from people that don't like communism. The good guys. That's just a hidden thing. So we want to spread that word. Field of view. If you have a low field of view, you can't see your way out, can you? See, that's beautiful. So I want to turn that all the way up. Sampling. Oh my god. So that's super sampling. They want to sample everyone all the way. Then TSR. The super are communist. Then 100. They sample all of someone. 30% of someone. The best. A good 30% of someone. If you know the right parts, can still do it. And you can't turn it to 0. That's very bad. NVIDIA DLSS. Never Volvo in the discriminating communism. So that's about the communism. You never have a Volvo, you never have a car. In DLSS, don't lose self-circuitry. It's a fight. That's the communist and that's the anti-communist. So again, we want that to be as low as possible. AMD FSR3. That's beautiful. They want always meaning death. They want everyone bad to them to die. Everyone with meaning in their life to die. FSR3, fine self-resolution. 3. That's the first time they want. It's the third time they want to do that. The people, same with DLSS. This is their third attempt. So yeah. And then Intel XESS Super. I think that's they want Intel, but they won't let them. If anyone knows what XESS might stand for, please tell me. And let's look at this. Frame interpolation. This is only in very specific things to be privileged. This frame generation. With that's an entirely different thing. It's just if you like privilege. Current RHI. D3, D12. They want dead 3, dead 12. They want to times it by 4 each time, continuously. They want 3 people dead, then 12 people dead, then 48 people dead. Render device, G-force. They want to put everyone under intense G-forces to torture them. GTX, I think that's a code word for G-force. 1660. That's 1,660 G-forces. Setting recommended for your system. That, oh my god. I could never. If you gave me a million years, I couldn't come up with something as beautiful as that. It just means that that's what they want. They know everything about you. They've super sampled enough of you to know what they want, and you're just a system to them. You're just part of the game, you know? Yeah, that is true beauty. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything like new game. I'm gonna start you again. What's this? Prologue.